So today we're unboxing a brand new easel. Just kidding, this easel was originally unboxed over 10 years ago. I wish I could show you a brand new, unmarred version of this because they really are works of art, but instead you get this battle-hardened version that I've been using for years. This thing has seen things. Horrible things. Just kidding, it's actually seen incredible locations around the United States. It's taken me through so many painting sessions and I absolutely love this box. Now today we're jumping into the 10x12 Bitterroot box by Alla Prima Pochade. Let's check it out. So these are crafted by hand in Missoula, Montana by Ben Haggett. I love to support Made in America, but it's even better when I can support Made in Montana. I've yet to see Ben's shop, but I'm sure it's beautiful, and these easels are of a quality on their own. The attention to detail is just incredible, and the quality and craftsmanship is just at the peak. It's hard to find something made this well. And I'll show you these details and design, but every corner, every seam has stayed so tight and true. Nothing is cracked or popped. No screws have come loose. I mean, the magnets that are in here have all stayed. It is just so well built. But that's enough of me bragging about this thing. Let's check out some of the features of the design. Now, of course, it's worth mentioning that this box is over 10 years old, and Ben has improved this design in ways. So what you see here is not actually the Bitterroot box that you'll be buying. So make sure you check out his website. I got a link down in the description and you can go see his various models. This is the kind of upper medium size box. There's one larger 11x14 box called the Yellowstone. And then there's a Blackfoot 8x10 and the Belly River is a 6x8. And he offers a light version, which is I think a more new product and something I'm probably gonna be checking out myself. Now, all of these full-size boxes have panel storage in the lid here. They sit right in here. The panel holding system is really ingenious here. There's a removable insert, again held in with magnets, that allows you to carry 8x10s or 6x8s along with the full 9x12s. So you can carry either 4 9x12 panels or an assortment, which is really cool compared to the normal frame brackets that are really fixed in what they offer as far as sizing. So this is a really cool little attention to detail here that's just a great design feature. The new Bitterroot models offer slide out trays for extra storage, which is really great. This thing definitely lacks that, as the only storage was kind of within these top trays, which doubled as the side trays, which was great, but you were restricted in sliding your brushes into this nook right here. So there wasn't a lot of room to get anything in there, and it also would usually fall out once you opened the box and took these trays off. Everything kind of went awry. So the design for drawers is pretty cool, and I'd love to check those out in person sometime. And one of my favorite things though about these is the magnets. They just lock down, so satisfying. They just clip in, they're really strong, and just so satisfying. I mean, oh, it's nice. All right, so let's open this thing up. This easel didn't come painted white right here. That was something I did later. Again, I used this easel for years and tried all kinds of crazy stuff to it, including adding my signature to the back of it, just being nerdy. So the upgraded model actually allows you to store your brushes right here on the inside. My favorite thing about this easel, probably all said and done, is the really amazing and thought out panel holding system. It has a spring here that allows you to carry up to a 16-inch tall piece, which is big for an easel this size. And this part allows you to adjust. It's using magnets on tracks in here. So this thing can go all the way down and allow you a larger range. Or if you want to paint something up higher just to change your field of view a little bit, this slides up. The new model is actually 2 independent sliding things, but this was kind of, again, the old model, but it worked great and it was really fun to use and it set up so fast. You'd show up to a location and just whiz bang. Here we go, check it out. Nothing to tighten, nothing to come loose. It was just, it's so nice. It's one of those weird little, again, satisfying, like those magnets. It just feels good and works well. So this easel, for that layout alone, that design feature, I mean, it is just excellent job, Ben. So here's the mixing space, and you have a lot to work with here. It's got plenty of room. I fitted glass into mine a long time ago, but ultimately I think next time I would just leave it wood. You see up here there's a bump out where they added more reinforcement around the threaded insert. That was good to add stability, but ultimately it got in the way of the pallet here. I noticed in the upgraded model that beneath the drawers is where that reinforcement is, so the pallet is one continuous surface now, which is pretty cool. Just a small little improvement, but it's obviously still trying to refine and make these products even better. As much as I love the panel storage for the grab and go convenience, when you add 4 panels, and I paint on aluminum panels now, it's a little heavy, and carrying them all in this puts a lot of tension on the tripod head that's mounting just below here. So keep that in mind if you're going to go this route, one of the bigger full-size easels that he offers, you need to get a pretty beefy tripod, something that can really lock down tight. You don't need all this weight blowing around and causing problems for you or breaking your tripod. That's just my advice, my 2 cents on that. If you have a lighter tripod, you can always go with one of his light models that might fit it better. I can show you real quick how these latched on. Again, this design isn't here anymore. He might use these in the new easels in some other way. I haven't done research on the whole lineup yet, but they were spring loaded and they click right in here, and they really lock in pretty tight. I was always really impressed with these because a lot of side tray holders that I've used on other models of easels seem to kind of come out pretty easy, and these really feel sturdy. And part of that magnetic spring-loaded action, they're just so satisfying. So you can see the 10 by 12 box has a ton of working room. Little attention to detail here with these pre-drilled brush holding holes. They really were convenient and nice. I could use brushes laying flat and other brushes laying up in a way of expanding my storage options, and I used the heck out of that. And when I got my day tripper, I ended up drilling those same holes in because it was that convenient. There's a ton of different additions and add-ons you can do, including extenders. I actually got the sun clips, and I'll show you how those work. Which I'll say the only piece that has ever broken on this thing at all was just this little clip. This little corner came off, broke out of the wood, but that's the only thing that's ever happened. And I have used and abused this thing, as you can tell. So if you're carrying an extra 9 by 12 panel, you can actually use it as a sunshade, which is super convenient. These have magnets on the bottom, and they clip onto the top rail of this storage area. So satisfying. And you can take your extra 9 by 12 panel from inside and slide it into the groove. And it locks in place and casts a shadow down across your painting and your workstation. If you're set up in broad daylight, it can be really frustrating to work with the sun's glare. So you can use what you already have with 2 smaller pieces of wood and really solve some problems. Again, this is an easel designed by an artist for artists. You can tell that Ben has a lot of experience plein air painting by just all these little nuanced attention to detail. This was my first real professional easel, and it carried me through a lot of great paintings and a lot of cool places. I absolutely love it. Now I feel a little bad because I can't really review the actual available model now, and I can't really give an honest pros and cons because of that. And ultimately, the cons I would list is that this easel is heavy, but because of that, it's feature laden. This thing isn't just heavy for heaviness sake. You're offered so much with this design and the one that he's currently working with in the Bitterroot style. The other models, they're chock full of great features, and they're built with the most exceptional quality. You can't go wrong with these things. I can't recommend them enough. Do yourself a favor. If you're on the market for an easel, check these guys out. They are so nice. My final score for the Bitterroot box from Alla, Prima, Pochade is 9.875. It's high, folks. You can't get much better than this easel here. So that concludes this review. Thanks for being here. Thanks for watching. I hope you found it helpful. If you did, like, comment, share, all that good stuff helps me out a lot. Happy painting, guys. See you next time.